Hello, everyone. I look live. I look alive. Hello. I don't know if anyone's going to join. I see some people. How's everybody doing? I'm actually having a really good chill Friday. And it is obviously come as you are because, but this is community and we don't judge folks here. Can you hear me? Make sure you can hear me and see me. And we should be good if you can. Hello. Jay, Lena, C, Sue. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for popping in the chat. And Shannon. Okay, great. Thank you. Oh, I sound and look great. Thanks. Yeah, there's some things happening down south. So please be safe, and hopefully you're not on here and you're being safe. Without power, that stinks. I'm sorry about that. If you're watching the replay after today, just skip ahead till I stop blabbering about it. Well, I think I'm here to blabber the whole time, so you're kind of out of luck there. But hello, yay, everyone's popping in. Okay, good. So glad you're here. Well, I just really kind of wanted to hang out. Is that loud? I just was feeling kind of lonely. I shouldn't be. I have a class tomorrow where we're going to be hanging out for 3 hours, but I just wanted to do some prep, and I thought it would be fun to do boring paper cutting hanging out with you. So that's why I'm here. And if you're expecting something earth-shattering, I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'll bring you something. You never can tell I'm alive. Who knows? Yeah, hanging out is fun. So what am I prepping for? Classes tomorrow. We're having our shaker card class. And I got to tell you, this is probably the one I'm most excited about. Well, that's not fair. I'm excited about all of them. Okay, what kind of excitement? I think because it's just so fun. And it's also probably the most popular interactive card that we make. That's just my opinion. And it's also can be the most frustrating. And so I feel like all those things combined make for a good time. And I'm really excited about it. If you haven't joined us, I put the registration link in the description of the video here. So you can click on that, get registered. You just have to register by 9 a.m. to be eligible for prizes, because we pull that roster at 9 and then we pull the prize names. So that's it. But I'll probably leave the link open until after class, even if you want to join late. I know the summit is going on right now, so there's a lot of crafting coming at you, flying at you. So the fact that you're here with me, I'm honored. So I know it's a lot. Okay, so what are we saying? Get to play all the shaker bits. I know, and we get to use. Now that might not be good news for some people who like to hoard their supplies, but we get to use our supplies. Empty Nest Scrapper. It is classes at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I know, I do love shaker cards. Hi, Peggy. Hello, Kay. Everyone coming in. We have no power and it's so hot. Oh, Maggie, I can't even imagine. The hottest, this is totally not related, but I'm just going to share anyway. The hottest I've ever been in my life was when I was deployed to Saudi Arabia. And it was 140 inside the Humvee. Like, saying those words doesn't even make sense. And what we did was we had like ice buckets, and we would dip scarves into the ice buckets and then wrap the scarves around our neck. And it alleviated, the heat for maybe 5 minutes. You'd have to redunk it. Oh my God, throwback memories. Yes, so hot. So I'm sorry. I know that's so uncomfortable. Ugh. Listening while you walk the pup. Very cool. What kind of pup? If that's not, now you have to type. You're walking, listening, and typing. But yay. Okay, so you lived there for 6 years, Debbie. Oh, it's so hot. It really is hard to explain. And even saying it's a dry heat, you can't. You can say that about Arizona. I don't think you can say that about the Middle East. It's just a different kind of hot. Insane, right? 140. It was about 120 outside the Humvee. So anyway, oh, all right. Let's stay in the present moment. I don't want to go back there. Let me flip my camera. See what we're working with here. All right. So I am literally just cutting up some stuff. So I got my paper trimmer, my die cutting machine and all. So if you're curious, I do put a prep worksheet in with the supplies and like all of your documents for class. And I recommend die cutting as much as possible before class because things as slow as I try to go, I tend to be fast. I mean, even though it's just hard to explain because I have all this stuff ready to go and I just keep moving. So if you have stuff die cut, it really does make a huge difference to kind of keep up. I also recommend I have the cards broken out into their own instructions. So keep all of your bits and pieces for each card separated into their own little prep sheet area. Okay. So that's something I definitely recommend. Tina, you can complain about the heat. It's okay because hot is hot and you'll never feel 140 degrees, hopefully, but 180, 90, it's hot. So feel free to complain. Yes. Okay. Oh, Jay, thanks for ditching the summit. I'm not trying to steal you from it, but you can watch the replay of mine if you register. Just side note, if you want to continue with the free summit ticket, you just do that and then watch us, later. You can do that. Yeah, the dust storms, Angela, awful, awful, so bad. Oh, we should have like a whole convo about stuff. Good. Okay. So thanks. I got a free ticket. Do I also need to register for individual class? Empty nest scrapper. Free ticket for summit? My tickets aren't free. They're as low as $1, but they're not free. So clarify that so I can help you with that. Oh, yay, Wanda's joining. Okay, very cool. Watching both. Yeah, you can do a split screen. That'd be cool. Okay, what are we doing? All right, so let me show you. First of all, you're going to get like a close-up of some of the cards we're making too, which I have I was really happy about how I set this class up because we have a beginner, an intermediate, and an advanced card project. And then we also have a use all your scraps up and make a nice card. And then I'm going to talk about some other things. I'm not going to actually demo them. We would just be there all day, such as some of those pre-made faux shakers, stuff like that. But let me show you what I mean by beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So I'll just show you. It's like a little promo, demo, whatever. Preview. That's the word. All right. So for example, right here, this I would classify under, hi, Joey. I would classify, pause, stress-free card making, empty nest scrapper. Okay. You bought the free ticket. You're going to have access to every tutorial for 24 hours from when they start. So it'll start. I probably should have put I don't know. Well, if you are on my email list, I did send out a free summit link if you want to check your emails. But otherwise, you can probably just go to stressfreecardmaking.com. Anyway, so you're going to get access from the moment the tutorial starts. You'll have 24 hours to watch it, and then it'll go away. If you buy the ticket, then and pay for it, you'll have lifetime access. So that's the difference. Let me throw that into the chat just in case, because I do have an affiliate with it. So if you decide to purchase it, then I get commission on that. So let me try to do that real quick. Talk amongst yourselves or talk with me. I know that the thing is, I got asked the question. No, I'm talking to you and you can't see me. I got asked the question if I'm a speaker for this one. I'm actually not. I didn't have time. I picked another summit I'm going to be involved with coming up fairly soon. I just didn't have the time to do all of them. Here's the summit link. So you can use that link or get your free ticket. And if by some chance you decide later, hey, I actually want access to all these, and you use that link, I'll just get a commission from it. Okay. Hopefully that helps. All right. Oh my gosh, another crafting event. Lisa, cards to crop and create this weekend. Yay. Oh my gosh, so much crafting. All right, so before I get into this, I know you're probably all like Mary focused. No, before I get into all this, I have to tell you my last video that I posted, which was about decluttering and it went into the psychology a little bit behind it. First of all, wow, and thank you for the response. The feedback I'm getting in the comment section, I want you all to just peruse it a little bit if you're feeling like you're on an island in your process, because you are not. We are, so many of us feel the same way about what's happening with all of our stuff. It's too much and we're not as creative. And so ever since then, I have revamped my room. It's a little messy behind me right here because I'm still putting stuff away, but wow, do I feel differently about the process. I'm so much more inspired. I'm so much more excited to sit down and kind of look at what I have. I didn't realize until I felt it, like the more I had, the less I wanted to create. It was just like, I don't know, just struggle. I was struggling and it was smothering me. So response. And I also, on my Instagram stories, I shared, which I will share in a video, so no worries if you're not on Instagram, but I shared my new reading nook. I shared it on my Facebook page, Facebook group, and I did the video on my Instagram, and it is amazing. Let me tell you, I turned my closet, which was storage, into an entire reading nook / extra bed for guests, and / meditation / whatever I want, right? Escape from the world. And it is so beautiful. I gave my husband an idea. I had the vision, and then he executed with the woodworking. And I'm just like beyond myself how excited I am. So I just want to share that with you. Okay, wow, the nook. Yeah, Lena, did you see it? Did you see the nook? Okay, so now let me get back to talking to you about these cards. So I love what I'm hearing about the organizing. I know, it's so great. Now the beginner card right here, what I mean by beginner is very standard shape, a rectangle. That's it. Simple strips of foam tape, very easy to assemble. This is what I would consider a beginner kind of card, okay? An intermediate kind of card would be where you take a shape. So they can be die cut letters, they can be a balloon shape, any shape that's not traditionally just a regular square rectangle kind of thing. And it's also a little intermediate because we're doing something very different with it. Look, we're putting our sentiments inside, right? Like, what a fun little extra thing to do for your cards. I'm so excited about this one. Now, the intermediate can also be something a little bit more difficult than just a balloon shape. And that is, let's say you have a big H and a big I for high, and you make that into the shaker bit. So that's a little bit intermediate. The advanced is where we're going to make our own shaker pouch, okay, out of some like packaging right here. And we're going to make it see-through. We're going to make the card see-through, okay, using one of your cover plate dies or whatever you have. You actually don't even need a cover plate die, just like a rectangle kind of shape is fine. But it's making it, see-through, which I think is such a fun element to do. You can do this with acetate. I'm choosing not to because it's a little more complicated and the pouches give you a little more wiggle room. Or should I say shaky room, right? So that's the advanced. All right, so that one's a little more complicated. But I'm going to walk you through step by step. We're going to talk about all the things. And then here's extra pieces that were left over, which I'm so excited about how I got the glittery happy birthday. It's so simple and it uses up some of my supplies I've been neglecting. So basically what I did was I just covered my happy birthday in Nouveau glaze. And while it was wet, I sprinkled like chunky glitter into it and it goes nowhere. So I'm like, I love that. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. All right, let me check out the comments. Yes, Donna, you're restructuring, you're decluttering. I have, from what I decluttered, I have a huge de-stash coming. So if you're in the market for some stuff that you haven't been buying a lot, I have like this de-stash is ginormous. And so I'm happy to package up that stuff and sell it at a really cheap price for fellow crafters. Yes, you took the week off to clean and organize. I love that. Glitter. Yeah, so good. I'm glad you're also taking some time to do that for yourself. I find that I don't know that I've been like settled in my structure of my craft room as much as I feel now ever. I've gone through so many iterations here because my taste changed, my likes, interests, my studio setup changes. But now I feel really kind of like I'm here. Like this is going to be it for a while. So I had a chair behind me. I don't know if y'all remember that from previous classes. I had a big reading chair behind me, and I didn't realize how cramped I felt until I removed it. So sometimes you just got to move stuff around. Okay. So what can I prepare? So basically, I'm going to look at my cards in their order that we're going to do them and just start die cutting. So what's going on with all of you? What's going on with all of you? I will tell you a couple little updates with me while you throw some comments in the chat. I am officially a second-year student for my doctoral program in leadership psychology with a concentration in neuroscience. And it has been life-changing. That's like the simplest way to just cut to the chase. It's been life-changing, and it is not lost on me how blessed I feel that I get to go do this and pursue this degree. I had no plans of pursuing anything beyond my master's, but I saw this program and it was like the perfect alignment for me. Thank you. Thank you. So I just feel like I love it. This is my favorite semester so far. I'm in my 4th semester. I'm learning so much, especially about the brain. And I'm also doing sort of like an internship with a company where we're building out some leadership development training for companies and organizations. And I'm doing a lot of research for that, which I never thought I would like. Turns out I'm get lost in it. And like you're in a flow state when you lose time. So that's been really great. You're going into neuropsych. Yeah, I guess, Shannon, that's what you can call it. So my concentration's pretty heavy. So the neuroscience of it, and it's more, I'm not going to be clinical, so I'm not going to be seeing patients. That wasn't the route I wanted to take. So I'm going to be doing a lot more consulting, development training, things like that. What I'm really like zeroing my sights on is the neuroscience of traumatic burnout and how to build resilience through that. And so that's really where my passion lies. And so, yeah, that's the direction I want to go. I'm really, really looking forward to doing that because that's something I feel a lot of us are struggling with out in the world right now, is not just burnout. We say it's burnout, but the chronic nature of it is traumatic. And that's precisely what caused me to retire from the military. I've shared that plenty of times online, but was the burnout from everything I was doing and just full throttle, nonstop, perpetual state of motion and never truly resting. And so, yeah, with PTSD. Yep. Like a lot of things. Right. So, yeah, so I'm really excited that I'm going to be able to step into that. That's why I have to be honest with you. Like, I was a little hesitant, I'm really inspired to do the work. So I was a little bit hesitant about my most recent video on this channel because I wasn't going to be doing a whole lot of tangible, like, hey, pick this up and put this here. No, it was going to be, hey, we got to do the mindset work. Right. And so I didn't know how that was going to be received. Quite honestly, what I'm finding is in crafting and in my work, I need to lean into things that inspire me and not things that I think people will like. Because when you lead with being inspired, you inspire others. It's an energy. You feel it, right? And so I very much wanted to put that video out. And like I said, the reception's been wonderful. And I think it's a topic that most people didn't know we wanted to talk about. So, hi, Dorothy. Yeah. So I think I was really happy to see that. Because we kind of keep putting Band-Aids on things. Nobody's really talking about the real issues of what's going on. We just kind of keep, and in the military, especially, you become a pro at slapping a Band-Aid on it so you can get back in the fight. And we don't really need to keep doing that. Maybe in circumstances, sure, when you're actually fighting, but when you're at rest, you should be at rest. And so anyway, that's sort of some of the things that I'm like leaning into. I think I'm going to do a few more videos, even on this channel, with regard to that topic, because I'm hoping if it helps one person, hey, that's good enough for me. So yeah, anyway, that's been a little bit about what I've been up to. Yeah, okay, Lisa, with your military background, it would be great. Thank you, see? Yes, do what you love, the rest will come. I love that. What are you motivated by, right? Like what inspires you? What gets you up? What do you want to do? Do you get excited to get up in the morning and take on the day's challenges, or are you struggling? I mean, when I was at my worst struggle, oh my gosh, my anxiety would kick in the moment I hit my head to the pillow, because I knew I had to get up and go on repeat the next day, right? I thought I would never feel excited about starting a day again until I started getting help and healing and working at it. And now I get excited going to bed thinking about my coffee, if I'm honest, and also what I get to do the next day. Yes, law enforcement, absolutely. Lots of band-aids. First responders, people who have a lot of compassion fatigue, providers, that kind of work. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad they'll be helpful videos. Oh, yes, Wanda, send her the video. Maybe it will help her. Maybe it will. And if she just gives herself some grace and some time to sit with things and not feel shamed or guilted or anything like that, I think that's going to help. Yeah. Lisa, what you're needing is also needed by others. Yeah. What you're needing is, I agree. I mean, that's the thing. So, fun little fact here. When I was, when I hit rock bottom and I started doing, going to therapy and doing the work and everything, I started to feel better. And for some reason, I felt compelled to start sharing on social media, which I hadn't really had a footprint on social media. I mean, except for crafting, but never like that. And the demand signal that came back to me about having this conversation, especially with people in the military, was so loud. I had no idea. In fact, it made me feel even more comforted. I wasn't alone. And so through that and through those connections that I made via social media, so many private messages coming to me and so much talk, I decided to write a book on it. And so last year I self-published my first book called Your Final Debrief. And it's about the transition for veterans, about the mental and psychological transition, the emotional that we don't talk about ever. and the reason why veteran rates of self-harm are so high. And so I published that book, and it's just been a wonderful, I don't know, passion project, I suppose. Why did I cut the birthday off? Great point. Great question. I'm just jabbering along. Okay, so I cut the birthday off of the black one because I thought it would be really fun to add a little bit of a shadow behind that happy birthday, just to make it pop a little bit off the card. So that's why. Great question. Call me out. So I'm going to do that one. And then I have my next one here. I like this. I don't feel pressured. I'm just kind of going along, minding my business here, doing my cutting. Let's see. I wish I had that years ago. My husband was a Navy SEAL, and I dealt with a lot of his PTSD. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. It's hard. One of the chapters of my book is called, the last chapter is called Families Transition To. And I wrote that to encourage people, to consider that letting your folks in. Now, this isn't PTSD related. That's obviously something else, but like letting in your folks when you're going through a milestone, let the people who love you in, let them know what's going on, because communication helps them navigate that space with you. And my family transitioned too, albeit they were pretty excited to not have to move around every 2 years, but they still, were transitioning, and it was new for them. Me being home and now at all their school stuff was also a transition. Mostly good. So, yes. Okay. I'm cutting this piece down because I am going to do my cover with it. So now I have my magic mat. This is the magnetic one. you got to switch sides on it and not let it get too warped, or else the magnet part doesn't stick as much. It does, it still holds it for sure. But you need, if it's too warped or your cardstock is too warped, you're going to run into an issue. Just FYI. So I'm going to place that straight down there. And okay, if you notice, I put it at an angle, and that's so when it's rolling through the rollers, it catches it's not like bumping straight over a parallel piece. It's kind of rolling in this direction where it's catching little by little. So that's a little trick too, if you want to give it a try when you put stuff into. Yes. So Debbie, I like the magnetic magic mat. I think it's great. I like it a lot. I like that one side is magnet and one side's not. And I like that it's fully magnetic and not just in pieces like some of the old stuff I used to buy, because then my dies would jump all over the place. Marisha's here. Hello, Marisha. I'm so glad you caught me live too. Hi. Debbie found it dramatically thicker than your other magic mats. Huh? Is it? Let me do a quick side-by-sidey and see what I come up with. It is. Is it? Let me see. Hold on. The lines are different, so I'm trying to see. I would say you're right. I would say there's probably 1 or 2 millimeter on that difference, but it's hard to tell because I'm getting thrown off by the lines. These are like black, silver, black. This is just thin black, silver. So it's hard, like it's an optical illusion throwing me off. But yeah, I like it though. I think it works well. Jamie, I want to talk about what Jamie said here. So Jamie said, born in the 40s, and we have a hard time sharing and asking for help. PTSD is a big problem. Jamie, you are spot on. Absolutely. My mom was born in the 40s as well. And same thing. I'm glad that we're breaking out of that. I'm glad, if we're talking about, this is for everybody, but like if we're talking about vets, I'm glad that the help is there and available for vets much more than it was in the past, which still breaks my heart, that it was just so bad. But you're right. It was a stigma, a big stigma, and it still exists. So I'm not going to say that there's no stigma. I think we're getting so much better at it, though. And I will do my part and share to try to break that stigma for sure, because it's just, the help is out there, and you only got one shot at this life being exactly who you are. And, I just want people to enjoy it as much as possible. There's some hard things we got to go through, Okay, I like it other than the fact that the little die pieces, the die piece, you're right about that. I wasn't going to buy one because my magic mat doesn't work well in my big shot. Doesn't work well in your big shot. I wonder why. Interesting. Yours buckled, the magnetic magic mat. Buckled meaning it warped really badly. Is that what you mean by buckled? Yeah. I wonder if, man, let me think. I use the spellbinder, so I'm curious about the big shot. I thought that worked fine. Anyone else have a big shot and use a magic mat? Maybe you can help. Okay, so I have here this is the main cover piece. Okay, now fun thing that we have to do with this die cutting plate. And let me tell you, I'm excited about getting use out of my cover plate. Otherwise it just sits and doesn't get loved. So I cut it once out of this, but per our instruction sheet, if you just joined us and you want to join us for the shaker card class tomorrow, which is what I'm prepping for, the link is in the description of this video. So please feel free to join us there. But right here, oh, and by the way, I'm using this paper pad from scrapbook.com. This is the birthday paper pad. So it's really cute. Lots of fun and birthday themed stuff. But you don't have to make birthday cards tomorrow. I've just decided I needed some. So I have to cut this with the pattern paper. I also have to cut it 2 more times. Another white cardstock time to give it some thickness, and another white stock one to do the back. So I got to cut it two more times. So back to what we were talking about. Yes. So I don't know. I use mine. So go back to the magic mat. I use mine with the spellbinders Platinum 6, and I have no issues with it. But you're right, they do stick in there. Huh. I'm going to have to figure out a way to maybe alleviate that. That's no bueno. Or maybe not use it for every single thing and just use it for when I need my it to hold the magnetic, like if I'm doing like die cuts or something over images. Maybe I'm just going nuts with it and using it too much. I don't know. That's a good point. I'll have to play with it more. Maybe back in my, this one is like, what the heck? Going through the ringer. You know, you can reset them if you heat it up. This one's a little flatter though. Just, we don't have time on this live to be heating it up. Try to use a dryer sheet, but then residue sticks to it. No solution yet. Huh, Marge. Well, now you've put me on the case, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a challenge to figure it out. I need cardstock. Hot water and a brush. Oh, good. Jennifer McGuire did a video on the plates and mats and getting the paper pieces out. Would a lint roller work? I don't think a lint roller would work because it's really embedded in there. I think the Jennifer McGuire idea is probably spot on. So I know she did a video on it too, so that'll be good. I'll go check that out. What happy birthday die is that? This is the one from scrapbook.com. And I think it's just called Happy B-Day or Happy Birthday cover plate. Let me throw, you know what? This is probably more helpful. I'm going to throw the supply list for these cards right into the chat because there's probably going to be a lot of questions that pop up, and I should have known better to do that. So hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. What are y'all having for dinner? Is it dinner time where you are? For us, I bought a pre-made chicken, and we're gonna make some mac and cheese. And let me do this. Okay, here we go. Here's the supply list. So click on the supply list, and then all those links, everything I'm showing you today is going to be in those clickable links. So you can just check it out and have a closer look for yourself. I know I desperately needed some happy birthday cards. And so this was, yeah. I'm also putting this in the supply list or in the video description. You just have to hit refresh on your video. And then you'll get it. All right, back to our business. Ooh, chicken and dumplings. I'm here for that. 11:33 p.m. Ruth, you're a night owl. You are burning the midnight oil, almost. I was watching stress-free cards, which now is giving me stress. Aw, because hubby will be home. Wanda, you know what? When in doubt, breakfast for dinner. Can you whip up some eggs and some pancakes, maybe? Dinner schminner. I have banana pudding this afternoon. I think I'm not allowed to eat it. Oh, no. Pizza. Oh, yay. Pizza's always good Friday pizza. My husband ruined that, though, because he brought home a huge pizza pie from, where did he go? Sam's Club, I think, on Wednesday. I was like, oh, is this for Friday? And he was like, no, today. I was like, I like Friday pizza. Homemade chili's perfect for a rainy day. Yes. Okay. Just cutting. All right. So I have my cardstock. I'm using 80-pound cardstock here. If I use the 100-pound, it's going to be a little bit too thick for, now this is like, I don't want this to be shimmering all over the place. So I'm going to put a little piece of tape on there. But if I use the 100-pound, it's just a tiny bit too thick. And because I'm going to be using 3 layers of this total on my card, I don't want that thickness. We had lunch, dinner in the middle of the afternoon. Oh, yeah. I went on a date with my husband today. We had breakfast out at one of our favorite breakfast spots. And it was glorious. And I love that place. So it's a place called Ted's Bulletin here in the Maryland area. And it was yummified. Yummified. 4:30 in Alberta, 4:30 p.m., I presume. We had Costco pizza pockets for dinner today. Oh, look at all the ideas. Strong winds and rain from the storm in North Carolina. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Marisha, I'm glad that it's maybe past. Right. That would be, hope you're safe. Yes. Oh, Sherry, you've been prepping for class tomorrow? Is that why? That's good. And you're never late. What do I always say? You're right where you're supposed to be. You're never late. Now, someone mentioned dryer sheets. I could run this die, this cover plate die, through a dryer sheet back and forth a couple times, and it'll put a little coating on the die so that these letters and everything will pop right out. All the bits will pop right out. So that is an option, and I think I'm going to probably do that. It's sticking a little bit too strongly in there. I don't want to rip my cardstock, so I'm just going to try that trick. And then we can see here live what the difference is, because you can see me driving the struggle bus, trying to get this out of here without ripping it. So we're going to do that little hack. Okay, that's my next one. I also want to make sure that I have all my bits out of my, yeah, so that's empty. Okay, let's do our trick. I think I have some dryer sheets around here. Let's see. Do I? Not next to me, but I have them behind me. I can't wait to do my full tour of my office because it's so much more minimalized. My dryer sheets. Did I actually put them down near the dryer? Do I not have any? Well, that's not going to be good for business, is it? Think. I think I might have. We might be just... Anyway, try it yourself. Because I don't know where they are. And on a live, anything can happen. So I wasn't prepared for that. All right. Oh, the residue is too yucky for me. I think you're, from the dryer sheets, yeah. Parchment paper too. I don't have that in my stash. Yay, I'm excited to do the tour. I am. So different. It's so different. I have a tour on my channel now from very long ago. A lot of the same kind of concepts exist, especially where I craft in my desk, but yeah. Put like things with like things and can't find. Donna, are you making fun of me? Is it me you're saying that I say to do that and then I can't find anything? I know. I thought I had it where it should be. I guarantee there was a kid in here with sticky fingers trying to take stuff. That's it. They were in here trying to look for the dryer sheets so they can go do the laundry. That's not selling at all. Okay. We'll just we're here. No one's waiting for us. I can pick this out of the die cut. Oh, by the way, I did share this on a video, but if you have an intricate die cut, flip your die upside down and cut it like I just did. So cut it upwards and you're going to get a much better. I think that's why it's sticking so much in here too. It's really, that works. Any intricate die, flip it upside down before you throw it out. Before you throw it out of frustration. Sue, I know, but my kids did not do laundry taking initiative. That was a lie I just told you all to tell myself. No. I have to remind them. They do their own laundry, but they still need reminding. I grew up, I'm the youngest of 8. So when I grew up, I think I started doing my own laundry and like no reminders doing my own laundry by the time I was maybe 11. Because if I needed something, that was the only way it was going to happen, was if I did it. So I started being responsible for that a little young. All right. Yeah, that's why it's so strongly in there, because I flipped the die upside down, which is a testament to that hack. It really does work. I had an intricate die that I promise you I was going to get wire cutters and tear it up before I threw it out, just because I was frustrated with it. And then I was like, wait, I saw Lou Collins' video and she said, flip them upside down. And so I did. Okay. All right. So what do I need? What else do I need for this card? So I'm still putting together pieces for this card. I have my front sheet. I have my shadow happy birthday, and I have my 2 pieces right here. So that's good. I also need, I'm going to do all my sentiments at once, and I don't need to pull out my shaker bits yet, but I do need my packaging tape. So I'm going to save this part for class because I want to walk people through it. You can use double-sided adhesive, or you can use like a bag sealer. I have 2 different kinds. This one my husband picked up at the thrift store. We do a lot of thrifting, by the way. He picked this one up, but it's like a bag sealer that warms up, and you close it over on the plastic and it seals it. And that's a really fun, easy way to do it. But I'll save that for class tomorrow, but I will put my bag with it so we know. And I just need my sentiments, but I'm just going to do all my sentiments separate. So yay, I have 1 card prepared. Yes. Yes, Shannon Fox, you are not telling any lies with that statement. It is absolutely. And you know, I thought about this too. I was born on the crossover, 1980. So I was born Gen X millennial. And I think about too, like, why I'm so engaged and into, you know, my daughter and her high school, and like, you know, being there and engaged and everything. And I think about that, and I think it is from growing up. I'm kind of compensating. Like, I wanted a little more of that. And so it's like, I don't know. There's just a thought I had that I think that's probably why I'm, I don't know, much more, I don't know how to say that without sounding, I'll just leave it there. Lena, you're not old. I don't even care how old you are. You're not old, because old is a mindset. There, I said it. Check back with me when I'm 90, and we'll see if I still feel the same. Notification on Craft Roulette. Oh, Tiffany's on tonight. Yay, go watch. That will be fun. When does it start? If it starts at 7, I will probably just hang up and let you all go. Shannon, 72, 69. Oh, Lena, come on. So yes, that's fun. Tiffany's on. I totally forgot about that. You know, I love Tiffany. Okie dokie artichoke. I really said that. We're going to do the next card here. This one. What is your most used die? Does anyone have one? Like your most used die? There's no other way to ask that question. What's your most used die? 25 minutes, Ruth. Thank you. It starts like 1/4 past. Okay. Or 7 Eastern time. Anyway, my most used die, I would have to say, you can definitely tell it is this one. This thing is like, still works. I bought this, if I could say 10 years ago, if Lawn Fawn had this 10 years ago. It is so old, and I use it a lot. It is a stitched rectangle die from Lawn Fawn. I bought the small and the large. And like, it's times like this where I really am happy for some of the things that I do constantly use. I find that now, okay, side note, I don't want to put my tape. I'm going to put my tape on my hand just to get some of the sticky off. I don't want to put it on the part I'm actually going to be using in class, because what if it rips it? So I'm just going to put it on the inside here. Okay, just in case. That's another thing to consider when you're putting your stuff, when you're die cutting. Okay, let's see. 1949 here, and I'm happily seasoning. Yes, I love that. My mom was born in 42. Sentiment dies, Sharon? Yeah, I like sentiment dies. How about 54? Hit the big 70 a couple weeks ago, but don't feel old. My joints over. Yes, Sue. That's right. I actually have arthritis in my knees, so I don't let it get me down. and it doesn't really cause me a whole lot of pain. So I have it in my elbows and my knees, and it's no surprise how I got that. If you would have seen some of the stuff I had to carry in my career, and I don't know if that's the reason, but my mom doesn't have any arthritis, so I don't think it's hereditary. Stitch border die from Lawn Fawn. Yep. Oh, look at this. I need to clean my thing. This is like, I need to go watch that Jennifer McGuire video. Okay, but see, now I have this, which is thinner than the one I have for class. Let's do that again. I'm gonna do it again. All right, let me use my other magic mat. I'm gonna see if no. I'm gonna actually, because I don't want to run the risk of getting too much of these. I don't have time right now to clean my plate, and I don't want to run the risk of getting too much of the specks in it. So I'm gonna flip I haven't been flipping my plate. You have, Wanda, you have it as well? Yeah, sorry about that. I need my other size, my smaller size of the die cut. Is that it? That can't be it. As my daughter would say, I'm confuzzled. That's weird. Why does it look so much? Oh, I must have used a different die cut. I did. I know what I did. I cut this out of the happy birthday. That's what I did. The gray is cut out of the happy birthday, and then I cut out the happy birthday. All right, let's do that again. This is why I prep for class, so I could show up as a professional and not a hot mess. Anyone know where I put my happy birthday die? Who was watching? Oh, yeah, it's back here. Yeah. So I feel pretty good. I actually started, I was feeling really bleh. And I don't know, I had no motivation to do anything. Not work, not craft, not even, I had to do my school, but just because I had to, like, it was just kind of blah. And so I kind of did a quick inventory of my life circumstances, and it turns out that I have been doing everything from home. Hobby, businesses, school, working out. And that took a toll on me. I was lacking stimuli from outside the house. Now I go for walks, but I just wasn't enough. And so what I decided to do was go seek out Orange Theory. Anyone ever heard of Orange Theory? It's a gym, but basically you like have a heart rate monitor, and you track your heart rate monitor throughout the workout, and it's a group environment, and you kind of all do similar things at the same time. And anyway, long story short, it really was what I needed. I needed the energy of other people's existence, and I needed a little push. And I have been working so hard in there. They celebrated my 10th workout recently. It's a community. It's just super fun. And so I'm really glad that I did that and decided to start going, because I feel tons better. Yes, I know, Wanda. We are made to be with people. And how do I know? Because I've been doing a lot of research on our sociality, the biology behind it, the neuroscience on it. Let me tell you, it's fascinating. I had a conversation with my mom the other day, and she was asking me what I was working on for school. And I started sharing all my research, and she was just like floored. She was fascinated. I was like, oh, see, this is interesting. Bye. Bye, Sharon. Yes, dinner from the grill. Go get that. That sounds wonderful. So I know please, I will miss you, but I will not feel offended at all if you pop off and go watch Tiffany or go to the summit or whatever. I'm just going to be hanging out here, finishing up my my prep. I might log off in about 10 minutes just so that I could take a break, go eat some food, come back, maybe watch a TV show. I started watching, what are you watching? Anyone that's willing to chat? What are you watching? Is it good? I don't usually have a lot of time for TV, but I've been trying to relax a little bit more with some shows. I started watching Nobody Wants This with Kristen Bell, and it's a TV show. Well, there's 10 episodes. I don't know if it's going to be forever, but and it's on Netflix, and it's kind of cute. So I like that. Yes, Shannon, love that hobby for you. Or not, I don't know if it's a hobby or business, but that sounds wonderful. Okay, so now I have this, and I actually am going to use this happy birthday for our extra card. So I'm going to cut this out and keep it. So make sure you cut them straight. And then if I didn't, like there's a little bit, see how much thicker that makes more sense. I'm glad I caught that. I want to cut this up a little bit cleaner. I can also do this with a paper trimmer that is like a slider. You can do that with a sliding paper trimmer too. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep this for my spare card project. Okay. And now I really think I'm done with that happy. Look at how much I got to use that one die, that one cover plate die. Oh, it warms my heart. Desperate Housewives. Wanda, I used to watch that all the time. Desperate Housewives. Wait, hold on. Desperate Housewives, is that the fictional show or is that the reality show? I'm confused. Bye, Jay. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining us. Okay, what else am I making? Oh, so this one was fun. I did like an acetate balloon and I put some metallic dots on it. So we're going to do that. So let's pull out, I'm going to pull out my balloon dies again. I put the supply list in case you're curious in the description of the video. If you don't see it, hit refresh. So I got this one, and then I'm going to just pull in some leftover cardstock to cut out my balloons with. All right, so we're going to go, what size? We're going to go this size for that one. We're going to go this size for that. Maybe we go just one bigger. Yeah, that doesn't have to be exactly the way I did it in class. And then I'm also going to use my embossable acetate sheet. And that I'm going to need 2 pieces for. So one for, you know, this time I actually think I might use vellum instead of the acetate. You can't really see it that well as the acetate. And then I can show class tomorrow the difference between the two. So they can sort of make their own choice. At least they have options. So we'll do the large one out of some vellum. All right, so this one right here. Okay, so I have those pieces. Reality show. Oh, Real Housewives. That's it. Desperate Housewives was the fictional one that was on a long time ago. Still good. Yes. Okay. I'm tracking now. All right. So yeah. So thank you for sharing what you're watching. I am also watching. I started watching Designated Survivor, and then also restarted Grey's Anatomy, which that might have been a mistake. I stopped watching it after a particular person died. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but oh my gosh, I'm in season 2 and I was like a blubbering idiot watching this show the other day. Like, maybe this isn't such a great idea for my well-being, but it is a good show. I love the medical like things that happen. Okay, Mel hadn't come. Oh, Sherry. Okay, would have never known to use the outside of that. Okay, did I leave that out of the instructions? If so, I'm so sorry. I think I did. Totally did. All right, that's a good catch. Sorry about that. Crime drama as in like Law and Order, because I like those too, or like crime drama like the real world like crime stuff, because I can't watch that. No judgment if you can, but for me, I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to watch. So I'm going to place all these on at the same time, and we're going to do a through here. NCIS, Criminal Minds. Yeah, I like those shows too. I've been watching a lot. We got Peacock, so now I'm watching a lot of Law and Order. Just YouTube. Sherry, and nothing wrong with that. YouTube is free. Free 99. About 4 more minutes and then I'll take a break. But okay, so I have this and then yay, yeah, see I did the vellum. So this vellum I've shown many times, but it's like my favorite. It heat embosses, it die cuts. It's just perfect. So highly recommend that vellum if you're struggling and don't have a good vellum. So I'm going to try that as an option for tomorrow. Put these away. So then I look at my card for my prep and I don't need my shakers. I don't need my stamp. We'll do that. This is embossable acetate, so we can do that tomorrow. And then that looks like that's all I need. Easy peasy. So that card's done. I have all my bases already pre-cut, so no need for that. There we go. That card is done. Okay. And that will save me a lot of time in class when I'm going over answering questions and things like that. All right, so I'll stop prepping for now and just kind of hang out for a few minutes and chat. We'll make this live an hour long. So we have about 3 minutes left. Oh, I watch it on Disney Plus, which I was surprised to find on there. Wait, Ruth, which one are you watching on Disney Plus? I missed it. Oh, NCIS and Criminal Minds. Yeah. Disney Plus. That is surprising. Interesting. I bought that stuff. It's sitting in my stash, all lonely and unloved. Wanda, are you talking about the vellum? If so, maybe I should do a video and get us inspired on what to do with it. And my TV, I read that as MTV, by the way. My TV is not even plugged in, brand new, never used. Oh, all right, Jamie. Do you know if the vellum will do all that? Carla, do I know if it will do all what? Do I know if it will do the die cutting and heat embossing? If so, the answer is yes, it does. I'm going to find it for you so that you can, so it's the exact stuff that I bought. This way you're not wondering. It's my favorite, and as long as they make it, I will purchase it. And this one pack right here, it's 42 sheets of 8.5 by 11 for $8.99. It's so inexpensive, and it is going to last me a very long time. So why can I not find? Oh, get it. Here we go. Copy. Okay. All right, here's the link for the vellum. It's in the chat. So that's that one. But if that was your question, yes. All right. Let me see if I can get this. Vellum video would be great. Ooh, Supernatural is a good start. Okay. I know, Christine. I was wondering the same thing the other day. Yesterday, I was watching the episode where on Grey's Anatomy where Izzy cut the LVAD wire. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, I wonder what a real medical person would have to say about all this. Very much for drama for TV, I'm sure. Okay, Carla, how? Help me. Did she answer? Let me see. So, Mary, if you have some dyes in your D-stash, I would love to buy some. Oh, I have lots. A lot of dyes. So I will, that's going to take me a little bit to go through, though. I have, shoot me an email, mary@marypolancodesigns.com, and we could talk offline. But yeah, I do have a lot. UK does some awesome archaeology and history shows. Yeah, I'm huge into the History Channel, too. Have some of this vellum on the way. That's the vellum I have, too. How do you know if it will do all that? Oh, because I tested it out. I tested it out in videos. I've played with it multiple times. I just showed that it die cut, but it does heat emboss beautifully. Like, doesn't even warp. That's how good it heat embosses. And really, those are like two of the major extra things I like to get from my vellum. Using it as, when you're using it as accents, like let's say you want to die cut a sentiment into it. You can do that. and like make it a belly band or something. So yeah, it's just really great. So, oh, thank you, Sherry. That's so wonderful. Yay. Tina agrees. It's Tina approved. Okay, I'm going to let y'all go. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening and weekend. Get some rest if you are not, or craft, and that's fun. Join us tomorrow if you can for the shaker card class. The link is in the description of this video. And if you're watching the replay after the fact, click that link anyway, because you'll have access to the replay and all the resources. So you can still grab it. It's just tomorrow it's live. Bye, Marisha. Bye, Wanda. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you all. Thanks for being here, hanging out with me while I was a little productive. And what else? See you in class tomorrow, or maybe I'll see you through the summit chats. Either way, we'll see you on the next YouTube video. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.